live.
We're live!
And we are, in fact, alive, which is shocking because we've been at GenCon.
And we're old.
And that shit is bananas.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
I'm not even sure that that's how you spell bananas at this point.
Yeah.
A-N-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Yep. I think that one was right.
Amanda got stuck in a loop.
No, that's how you pronounce it. Bananas. Obviously.
Well, there you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, where is God? We haven't done this in so long that I'm just like, where is everything?
Where's the thing?
I not know how technology works.
You're away from it from a few days, and it moves on without you.
It
hasn't changed.
I was gonna say, you say that, but my phone was in my hand the whole time, so.
Well, there's that.
I need to get some water because seriously, this is more talking than I've done since Sunday, and it's too much. And we haven't even started yet.
Well, I hear ya. Actually, that's probably a good idea.
Got me some hot tea. Oh, maybe I should put some whiskey in it.
No,
don't do that.
Yeah, no, it's probably not a good idea in retrospect.
Now I want hot tea.
Sans whiskey.
Definitely sans whiskey, because no. Gross.
Because, yeah, I have a definite case of the con crud. It's not too bad. It's definitely not like full-on sinus infection like I've had in previous years.
Well, there's that.
Right? But yeah, John was pointing out how quickly I've been falling asleep at night and then like just snoring. And I'm like, I don't snore. But yeah, whenever I'm getting really good sleep, that's definitely a sign I'm sick.
Okay, I think posts have been shared. I'm going to go get water. I'll be right back.
Do it.
I'm going to do it too, because I'm copycat.
It's so hard to be a trend starter like me. Take me to YouTube. There we go. Greetings, everyone in the chats.
What'd you say?
I said greetings, everyone in the chats.
Oh, indeed.
Oh, indeed. They wouldn't leave me alone with the main podcast for all that long.
Oh, hell no. Are you crazy?
No.
Yeah.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
It would have been.
Josh says it's already going to shit if Rissy's running the show. No, dog. If Rissy's running the show, it's already gone to shit.
Yeah.
It's not going anymore.
Yeah. It's gone, man. Solid gone. Amanda, are your feet recovered? Mine are getting there.
Yeah.
Okay, where's the OneNote? There it is.
There's the OneNote. Zach, Pink Floyd. Man, I went and listened to Learning to Fly, and I'm like, God damn, this song is so fucking good. Oh, Josh, if you want to know about my literal poops, so that was another way I knew I was coming down with the con crud. It was like, my Gen Con poops were like solid little rabbit poops, but after coming home, it's like, oh, bad things. Bad things.
Okay.
I think that's also part of why I'm so tired is from pooping.
From pooping?
Yeah. You've never had that where you just poop and you poop and you poop and you poop and you're so tired?
Okay, I'm glad that Amanda's face is as confused as mine because no.
No.
You've never exhausted yourself from diarrhea?
No.
Yeah, 100%
No.
negatory, honey.
I mean, I guess that's just a thing that happens in some humans, some human people.
Humans from Humansville?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm ready to start if you guys are ready to start.
A deaf am.
Def Jam.
Totes deaf am.
Hang on. I'm trying to share this to the Dork Pride Worldwide page,
Oh, yeah, sure.
but it doesn't really. Whatever.
What?
I'm just gonna copy and paste because that's easier than trying to figure this shit out.
That's
and
fair.
done.
Yeah, you got to pick things from drop downs.
Yeah, it wasn't showing me. It was just showing me the Damsel page, not the Dork Pride Worldwide page.
I think sometimes you have to click like group, like share this in a group, and you have to click on that, and then it will give you group options. It's very picky.
I tried that, and then
Okay.
I got bored and just copied and pasted. Bored. I got lazy. It's kind of the same thing. Should we do stuff or something? Is that what we were?
Yeah,
Okay.
we should all click record, and then we should all clap.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Ready to click record.
Me too. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we're all clapping. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful.
The return of the clap. Return of the clap. And it.
This is my dance for your song. Okay. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I think we should just go ahead and get started.
That is a great plan. I love it.
Are you excited to be a part of it?
I love this plan. I'm excited to be part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, be quiet. This page. Hello and welcome to episode 94 of the Dork Pridecast. My name is Amanda.
I'm Blythe.
And I'm Rissy. We make up a comedy group called the Damsels of Dorkington, and this is our podcast, which is also funny, depending on how much you like poop jokes, check, and dick jokes, or if you are drunk. I am unfortunately not drunk.
Sorry to disappoint everyone.
We are all stone cold sober
We
tonight.
drank GenCon.
Zachary Drake is saying that David Gilmour has captured my phylactery, which explains my love of Pink Floyd's Learning to Fly is my favorite song of theirs. I mean, if only David Gilmour had my phylactery, he could do anything he wanted to it.
Okay, so there's that.
Well, that's a great way to start when the conversation on this podcast is about GenCon.
Hey, phylacteries. That's a GenCon thing.
I mean, sort of. GenCon adjacent?
GenCon Spectrum.
No, none of those things.
I just wanted to bring it up before it disappeared into the chat wilds.
I mean, that is a comment about a conversation nobody knows, but did happen at GenCon. So
It
Yes.
did indeed.
there you go.
So GenCon happened, right?
Guys,
That's what I heard.
we just got back from GenCon a couple days ago. I don't know about you guys, but I am still pretty dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hashtag wrecked.
Hashtag wrecked.
R-E-K-T wrecked.
It was fucking crazy town, but in the best way. We were shattering our own records.
Yeah.
Our shows were way higher than they have been in past years. Our ticket sales, obviously, better. We were in bigger rooms. We had a better sound system.
We had
the
a stage,
rooms.
so we were like,
We
up.
had a real live stage for all 3 shows. There were not pillars in the middle of our rooms.
Yes.
Which you think is a joke if you haven't seen us perform at GenCon, but you would be wrong. The room that we performed in the most was a chode room. It was wider than it was long, significantly.
Yeah.
What was the kind with like the partitions that you could close it off so it could be turned into up to 3 rooms?
Right. Small, which would be perfect for smaller panels.
Right.
Right. And then they had these 2 giant pillars separating the room into thirds. And if you were seated behind one of those pillars, God help you.
A large triangle behind both of them. So there were a lot of shitty seats in that room.
Yes. So we finally got out of there, which I'm very happy about.
Me too. We sold out, like actual sold out, a ballroom at the Westin, as it was pointed out to us by one of our awesome patrons. Like, it's not just that we sold out the tickets for the show, which has happened a couple of times. It happened last year too. But this time it was actually no seats. It was genuine standing room only. Like, there were no more seats left.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think that has ever happened. Like, ever. At least not in the time that we've been selling tickets.
There was a year where we were pulling in chairs from another room, but it was a much smaller room.
Right. Well, it was also, I remember there was a year when it seemed really light on chairs in there too. Where we walked in, we're like, this is not nearly as many chairs as it says this room should hold. So
I actually think that might have been last year's Hamilthrones, strangely enough.
Oh,
so
you may be right. Yeah.
We may be seeing a trend here, ladies.
Right?
Well, so let's talk about things. Let's start at the very beginning.
A very good place to start.
Indeed. For the first time in our 9 consecutive Gen Cons.
What? No. That's not a thing that you said that is true.
It definitely is, because next year is big ol' number 10.
God damn it.
I'm
so old.
So for the first time, we showed up early enough on Wednesday before the con opened on Thursday. We showed up on Wednesday early enough to set up our fucking booth.
Yeah, we did.
It was crazy. Just because normally what happens is we come in late on Wednesday night because we've all had to work during the day on Wednesday. We roll in, it's like midnight, we see each other, we get excited because we haven't seen each other in forever. Then we stay up until like 2 o'clock because we're excited to fucking see each other. And then we're like, oh yeah, we should probably sleep. And then we roll out of bed like groggily after like 5 or 6 hours of sleep. And we're like, what? Huh? And
Who are you?
Exactly. And then we fumble our way to the convention, dragging all of our merch and setup. And then we're just like,
through all the crowds of people that are waiting to get in.
Or sometimes they're already in.
I mean, usually they're already in.
And it's just like, and then we're just like throwing shit on the booth. And we're just like, I don't know. I'm fucking tired. And the con just started. But not this year.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So yes, we set up the booth, which would turn out to be great. Because our booth this year majorly leveled up.
Displays. Fancy displays.
Like, I think a lot of people actually came to our booth this year based on the fact that it actually looked like we were a real business.
Right. Yes. They're like, oh, they have stuff there.
The problem is that 9 times out of 10, they would walk up and the first thing that they would see on our fancy spinning wheel of merch that Amanda found for us was a pin that said Queef Chalupa, and they would often be like, I'm sorry, what? And walk away.
Or a sticker that features Jesus saying he wants to suck your toes.
Yeah, the weird thing about that is most people who saw that bought it.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I love it.
There were a lot of people that were like, I have no idea who the fuck you are, but I need to have this thing. And we're
I
like,
need the sticker in my life.
We'll sell that to you. You
Well,
don't
what's a little crazy is, unfortunately, now that our booth looks like legit humans run it, parents are coming up with their kids. And it's like, no, don't look at any of our actual merchandise, children. This is not for you. I don't want to be responsible. Mommy, what's a queef?
What's a queef chalupa, no less.
Right, yeah. Well, and now after Mommy gave birth to you, Mommy's just not as tight as she used to be.
When a mommy loves a Taco Bell very much.
Very much.
So, anyway, that was like the first thing, which was amazing, is our booth was already set up before the con even opened.
Just not having to haul giant cases through crowds of people was real nice.
It was beautiful. We even had John Haight, who picked us up from the airport. Thank you, John. Because we were there so early, we were able to just like drop the stuff off right at the doors where our booth was.
What?
Normally we have to like drag it from whatever hotel we're at ourselves, and that was not the case. So, hell yes. Again, it's like we're a real life business. Who fucking knew? But enough talk about the booth, I guess. If you want to see pictures of it, they are definitely out there on our Instagram and our Facebook and our Twitter. So for sure, go check out what we're talking about because it was very pretty and Amanda worked very hard on it.
Yeah.
But let's get to the good stuff that everybody wants to know about. It's the shows.
Yeah.
So
Our first one was Stars War.
Yes.
Episode 7 3/4, The Force and Biggins.
Indeed. And we had done Stars War in the past. Was this our third time doing it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The first time doing it with songs in it.
That is correct. We added parodies, and they are beautiful Disney parodies because what else would you parody in a Stars War show at this point? Went over very well. Also, our costumes, you guys. We killed it in that department.
Yeah.
The pictures, which you can see teasers of right now in Dork Pride Worldwide. Joshua Griffiths took pictures and posted them. Those pictures are amazing, and we look so cute.
I liked the costumes that we did for that show.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, as humans in general, we're not always super thrilled with pictures of ourselves, but like just an overwhelming number of those photos, simply because I felt cute in that outfit. I loved those pictures. They were pretty great.
They were pretty great.
Felt very good about them. So
My boobs didn't pop out. And
congratulations, yes. Although the audience was disappointed, we did warn them that we have a code word for Rissy in case her boobs start having a costume malfunction.
That's the sound of one of them rising up outside of its nice little home.
Indeed. Unfortunately, they did not get to experience us using that safe word for her. So I'm sorry.
Or you're welcome. No, we're sorry.
Sorry, welcome.
But also, you're welcome that the cops didn't have to be called.
Yes.
There's also that. But yeah, well, I mean, and if you go and look at the pictures, you'll see, like, my titties are out there.
Oh, yes. Oh, girl. So much titties.
Yeah, so it was one of those, like, boy, I am really, like, I had given that fancy strapless bra a trial run the week previous, so I was pretty confident in it, because I'd been at a wedding, and I had gone dancing and that sort of thing, and nothing disastrous had happened, but dancing at a wedding and doing the kind of crazy ass shit that we do on stage are very different things. So I was like legit concerned. I'm like, ugh.
That is a fair concern because we also had fucking choreography this year.
We did. And some of it was so fucking Broadway-licious. Blythe, thank you for illustrating it. We had a lift.
Guys, thank you for raising me high into the air. You raise me up.
Oh,
No.
no, we're not doing that. Sorry. You should be. Josh Groban is bad and you should feel bad.
I mean, I do a little.
Although his appearance on Glee was fucking hilarious where he made fun of himself. Josh Groban loves a blousy alcoholic.
He does have a good sense of humor, including about himself. So I do enjoy that about him.
He did something similar to that on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Ooh.
Where he comes in, he's like singing the song in the background, and then he mentions like having a song narrated by Josh Groban, and then he walks out and is walking next to her on the street. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's not the same person as Josh Brolin.
Thank God.
I don't know if you guys knew that.
I mean,
I
like Josh Brolin, but I wouldn't want him singing. Yeah.
No.
I mean, have you heard him sing?
No, actually, that's a good point, I guess.
I'm just saying, don't assume.
Okay. That's fair.
But you're probably right.
So yeah, we did an actual like lift. It was great. When Blythe was like, "Okay, Rissy, we're gonna do this thing," and I'm like, "Do you want to die? Because I'm one of the people lifting you."
Yeah, that's why I didn't tell you about it until we got there.
Okay, my own tricks are being used against me, I guess.
Yep.
Like, hey guys, we're gonna do a Hamilton parody.
Planned that beforehand, but
it wasn't something that we could practice.
No,
it wasn't
that's
something
true.
that you could practice on your own. So I was like,
Yeah, it's not like I could do that with John. Hey John, let me get in your armpit here and
but also let me clone myself first because there need to be two of us on either side of you. So
yeah, let me lift half of your body high into the air. Right. Oh gosh. Was there any notable moments for you guys in the Stars War show specifically?
I love my new Queef Chalupa outfit that Amanda made me.
Girl, it is so on point.
I love it. Made me feel a little bit like Janelle Monáe.
I really outdid myself with that one. I have to say.
You truly did.
Well, as I'm making it, I'm just like, what is wrong with me? But yep, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, Blythe, your song was everything I hoped it would be.
It was a cardio workout for me.
Oh God, yeah.
I did not realize how fast I would have to get back onto the stage after I had already gotten off of it. And I realized too late I had made a horrible mistake.
Mistakes have been made.
Right, because during the song, there was a point Blythe was planning on going out into the audience. And this was planned based on the previous rooms that we're usually in, which there is no stage. So you just take a couple steps forward and you're
literally in the audience.
You have to go down to the side of the stage and go down the steps and then come back around. So it's a lot in a short amount of time in the song to get down there, do the things, and then get back up. So
I can't wait to see the video of me, I'm sure very gracefully climbing back up on that stage. Because, man, I was missing my next dance steps, and I knew it. So
Scramble, scramble, scramble. Well, it was, yeah, we haven't really had a stage in a long time, ever. Like, maybe a couple of times we've been in a room with an actual stage.
It was like our Thursday night shows just because they didn't have anybody to put in some of the bigger rooms.
Yes,
but it was not quite the same.
Yeah, we've had a stage like once or twice, but it's really rare. So
I was gonna say, I think our Deep Dickens show was the last time I remember, and that's been what, 4 years ago?
Thereabouts, yeah.
I think we did Hamel Thrones on a stage last year. I can't remember.
Yeah, my memory.
We did. You're right, we
garbage.
did. It was like the weird kind of riser thing on the side
yeah,
of the
that
room.
you can like roll around and whatnot.
That's right, we did.
Oh yeah, I was
How
on.
quickly, yeah. How quickly we forget all the things.
Well, some things you just need to block out.
Yes,
So.
That's true.
So there's that.
Yep, there's that.
But yeah, it went way better than past Stars Wars have gone.
Yes.
For various reasons, but the addition of songs definitely, like, I didn't hear a single person saying anything bad about that. Like, people clearly want us to do the goddamn parodies inside the goddamn shows. So, fine, we hear you.
Fine, we get it.
Okay, already.
We get it. You vape, and you want us to vape as well. And by vape, I mean Disney parody.
Indeed.
And I'm fine with that.
Oh, man. I would love to have, like, a vape portion of a show.
Of the show. Where we just sit around vaping. Come vape with the damsels.
Do, like, the weird, like, I'm going to blow a smoke cloud and then make it do things with my hands.
Oh, I get you. I get you.
But then we'd have to learn how to do that, probably.
I mean, I can already blow a smoke ring, so all I have to do is figure out how to, like, manipulate it.
Okay.
You know, like this.
Yeah,
with all your copious amounts of free time, why don't you go ahead and get on that? I will just watch and cheer you on, because I don't want to.
The only thing I want to learn in between now and then is how to play the harmonica.
What?
For one of our songs.
I don't even want to know which one.
Well, which one would it make the most sense to be for, right?
Why don't you just learn banjo?
Oh, gross. No. Am I a weirdo? I didn't.
Yes. Was that a trick question? I mean,
I have a banjo right here, so.
Ah!
Just saying.
Strikes fear into my heart.
Because, Blythe, you want another large thing to bring with you to GenCon?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
Sure. I knew she wouldn't say yes, so I will menace her with the things I know she
Even
will
if
never
she
agree
said
to.
yes, she wouldn't actually do it.
No. But a harmonica is small and obnoxious, much like me. Well, I'm large and obnoxious. But yeah.
We don't need to add more obnoxiousness, I don't think.
In some areas, perhaps a sprinkle more. But I wanted to add it to the Urban Dictionary Blues. I think it would be.
Oh, God.
That was the face that John made during my Cleveland Steamer verse. I looked out into the audience and he was just shaking his head and I'm like, yes.
Oh, God, of course. I don't know why that didn't immediately become apparent that Urban Dictionary Blues. Yes, okay. I guess I was still in the Stars.
And I'm like, I'm like, that's why the banjo made more sense there.
Like, well, I was still in the Stars War headspace.
Right. Stars War headspace.
Indeed.
Yep. That's definitely the name of our vape band.
Oh, God. So that was the Stars War show. Andrew was our George Lucas in the audience.
God, George Lucas, yeah, did an excellent job.
Beautiful.
Josh got a great picture of him, kind of smirking at the camera.
I love it. An amazing, like, wordless Lucas,
or just to like,
yeah,
you love me.
I love it.
So it makes me a little sad that the audience doesn't get to experience his George Lucas the way that
really interacts with us when we're
but it's all nonverbal.
And he's just sitting in his seat looking at us, so yeah, nobody sees it but us. But it's not for them.
It's not.
It kind of is, but it's not.
Although we had a 360 camera, right? Was it up for that show?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what he used to get that's why all the pictures are so great, is because he could center them exactly where.
I think the pictures he sent to us were not from the 360-degree camera.
Oh, I thought they were, that he had pulled them from. I don't know how things work.
I don't think so. I think he was snapping pictures. Sean's in the chat. He can tell us, but I think the 360 was just taking video. And then Josh was taking stills. Although when I'm performing, I don't notice who's doing what. So maybe I just made it up and just assumed he was taking shots. Okay, there we go. Yes, he had the 360-degree camera, was running for all three shows.
Okay.
And the pictures are not from the 360.
Oh, okay. I'm even more impressed then, because they're all so beautifully framed. And yeah, I assumed he was able to
shift it.
Yeah.
Shift that. Shift that.
Interesting. So anyway, it was great. And
Oh, speaking of George Lucas, there was an old guy at the con whose costume was a giant like sign around his neck that said "Discount George Lucas." He was awesome,
and he looked a lot like
Lucas.
Yeah,
it was appropriate. Immediately after the Stars Wars show, we went next door and put in an appearance at the Comedy Cabaret.
Oh, cabaret, oh, cabaret, oh, cabaret.
Which we had a really good time doing. We played an improv game that we had also played out in the...
was that you guys' first time with that game? Like, not this GenCon? Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
Yeah, so Rissy introduced us. Rissy, tell us about the improv game.
So the game is called Game Show Host, and it's like a combination of charades and the game Expert, which the point of the game Expert is you're going to have to make up a bunch of bullshit on a topic you don't actually know anything about, and really the point is just don't stop talking, don't freeze up, don't, basically just keep running your yap and just keep churning out a steady stream of bullshit. But the twist is that you're pretending to be a game show host who needs to figure out what the big prize is because the headsets that allow the show members to communicate with each other are broken down. And so the station manager or whatever is trying to signal to you what the prize is. And of course the audience, somebody in the audience picks the prize. And so the point is for it to be just utterly fucking ludicrous. And so yeah, it's a lot of fun. I always have a blast with it. And of course the trick is you don't want it to be like a game of charades where you're like pausing to try and guess at what the things are. So you have to just keep fucking talking the whole goddamn time and trying to make what you're saying actually funny. Yeah, it's great. I love it.
Yes, it was really fun. We played it when we were roving first, and it went very well. So we decided that it would be a good thing to do at the Comedy Cabaret. So Rissy was playing the game show host, and Amanda and I were trying to indicate the prize, which was picked by an audience member. And unfortunately, I knew the moment he said this, I was not going to be able to convey it.
No.
I knew it.
So also, this show is a family-friendly show. There was a small, like a 9 or 10-year-old in the front row. So that constrains us a bit on what we can act out and what Rissy can say.
Yeah.
Especially when...
Yes. So the audience member decided that the prize would be a lordly rod.
And I'm like, was he meaning like a rod of lordly might from Dungeons and Dragons or what?
Or a lord's dick.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess we never will.
But, it's improv, so you just run with it. You say yes, and also I don't know how to convey lordly rod, but here we go anyway.
Yep. Was that the one where I kept thinking you guys were like pantomiming spiders?
No,
that was a different one. That was a different ants. Yeah, that was a different one. I don't remember any of the shit that I came up with for the lordly rod.
Yeah, well, we were being like fancy, and we were like doing like Renaissance court dances and things.
Oh yeah, that's right. I said like the prize was going to be like sending people on a time travel excursion back into the Tudor era of England.
Yeah,
and fisting. I remember, and I was like, oh shit, there's a kid. Well, he doesn't know what fisting is.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, we just started, putting our elbows in our crotches and.
Right.
Yeah. Throwing up that fist. Because how else do you convey rod anyway?
Right. Yeah. Like, I guess you can gesture like this and
that's not helpful.
No.
That's not any better either.
Right. And the thing is, it's like, if you gestured like you had a staff, I would have guessed staff, not rod.
Right. See, I think I was doing something where it was like one of those,
yeah, it looks like you're tinkering with a flashlight or something.
Yeah, you bop it, you smack it, you
bop it, twisting motion, and you
bop it. Seize the means of production.
Yes, you twist it and then you put a finger in his butt.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Although I guess to me, if you'd been like, staff or wand, I would have gotten it because that's a second ed D&D saving throw is save versus rod, staff, or wand. And then you could have been like, one for the first category, but there's no reason either of you guys would know that. So.
Oh, yeah, you're so right. How did I not see that as a good solution?
I'm just saying it for future reference. If that one ever comes up again, you can probably get me to figure out rod. But lordly is tough because you guys managed to communicate that there was like something royal going on that was like a court function.
That much, but not specifically that it was.
We couldn't even get you to Lord, honestly.
Yeah.
No, because I got Prince Charming was in there. Like, we're giving you your own Prince Charming.
Kings and kissing rings. Yeah, it was. We were all over the place with that one, which we knew we weren't going to get there, so we just tried to be as hilarious as possible.
And you did a great. And I realized I was like, "There's no way I'm getting whatever this is," so I'm just going to go whole hog into making up ridiculous prizes for people. And the audience really seemed to love it, so yeah.
On the plus side, somebody in the chat says that they met a guy in the generics line who bought tickets to see our show after seeing us do that at the Comedy Cabaret. So
wow, holy shit! Thank you, dude. Whoever you are, like.
And honestly, we also we got several people who dropped by our booth.
Yeah.
And said that they didn't know who we were, but had seen us there.
Yeah.
And
we're like, you guys are real funny. Just like, oh. I mean, especially for a very short, we did that. It was not even 5 minutes.
No, closer to like 2.5 maybe.
Yeah.
2.5, 3 minutes.
Indeed.
If that.
And then we out of there.
That's why I love doing that show is we get to just drop in.
Yes.
We get to fart and leave.
Cause chaos and then
rock like Amadeus.
We're fucking out of there.
Deuces.
So, it's fun. So that was and that was all on Thursday night. Is that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. That was a busy night. I mean, they were all busy nights.
They were all busy nights, honestly. So yeah, that was good. Friday we did, I feel like, Friday.
Friday.
Fun. Were there any highlights for you guys on the con floor on Friday or in our roving on Friday?
I mean, a couple of people actually came up to the booth and were like, you guys were really funny. I saw you just out, roving, which is always nice to hear.
Yeah, for sure.
Because again, my mind's never really on that in terms of like thinking of how we can, get people to our shows. It's usually, this is something we're doing. It's nice to have a warm up, a chance to kind of flex our comedy muscles and loosen up a little bit. But it's always, very validating to hear that.
Yeah, for sure. I popped over to Sarah Donner's show on Friday. Sarah Donner. Well, the funny thing was, Sarah and I had both forgotten what song that we sang together.
Wait, what? This is
you didn't hear the story?
No, I did not. What the fuck?
She texted me. And she was like, hey, do you want to come sing at my show? We can sing the song that we did for the Broadway Nerds Sing Broadway EP.
Oh, yes, that song that we did.
And I was like, yeah, no problem. And she was like, cool. I'll download the guitar chords and shit for Someone Like You. And I was like, oh yeah, Someone Like You. That's a song from Jekyll and Hyde. Surely it is the one that we sang together. Surprise.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. So I got there and she starts playing it. And we both are very familiar with Jekyll and Hyde. So we're both like, wait, who starts this one? And I was like, I don't remember who started. I don't think I sang this part. I don't remember singing this part. And she's like, I don't remember singing this part either. And then all of a sudden I was like, Sarah, it's not someone like you. It's in his eyes.
Yeah.
This was at the rehearsal for the show. This was not up on stage.
Oh,
We should
damn.
clarify.
I'm sorry
yeah.
this was not happening at the actual show. That would
Oh,
have been
thank
amazing.
God this wasn't happening at the actual show.
Yeah, that would have been.
Because we would have been screwed, because at that point, she had to go find chords. The problem is Broadway's not written for guitar.
No, it's
Right.
not.
Like 100%, especially older Broadway. Newer Broadway is very poppy and can easily translate to guitar, but the old stuff, not so much. And Jekyll and Hyde still falls before it got real poppy. So she goes to look for the chords, and there's not really a lot of great options out there. So she finally gets the sheet music, but that doesn't work quite as well with the guitar chords for her to play. So she has to transpose it on the fly into a better key that she can actually like play a little bit easier on the guitar.
Dag, yo.
Yeah. So if we had run into this problem on stage, we would have been fucked.
Been like, we're just singing this song or something else because.
Well, and the best part is someone like you, not a duet, y'all. I don't.
It is now.
We were trying to figure out how it happened, and the only thing we could come up with is that every song that is sung by one of the two main female leads in that musical is pretty much the same, and it's all about like, I love him and I'm so sad, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's just
pretty much
versions of that. So they all just kind of run together, and neither of us thought to check. So that was a fun little excursion. But hey, I got to watch Sarah transposing on the fly, which was quite impressive. I certainly can't do it not on the fly. But we got it all worked out, and we sang it, and it was beautiful, and I loved it. And then we did jazz hands. So it was a great time. And I got to go to her concert for a while and listen to her play pretty songs and sing about like Mars and stuff. And circular crop irrigators. Anyway, so that was fun. It was an exciting time. And then we had another improv performance. And I think that is when we played game show hosts again, as well as experts. I think we played experts that time too.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And we made up, oh gosh.
There was something about dog washing.
In the Victorian era?
Well, yeah, dog washing during the Victorian era. And the part where one of you guys got like the board that showed all the entertainers who would be performing in that space and used it as a big censor bar to cover washing the dog who was the other.
Yes, that was Amanda's brilliance.
That was fucking hilarious.
It was pretty amazing.
Because the Victorians were incredibly prudish about everything, including their dog washing.
Nudity.
We also had to be experts about some fucking anime.
That was the first day?
Coolly. Yeah, the second I saw a bunch of like bright-eyed teenagers approaching us, I'm like, this is going to be about anime, isn't it? Yes.
It super was.
It super was. It's some anime called Fooly Cooley. And I was like, what's that? And they're like, an anime! And I'm like, I hate you.
Okay. Except that they loved the fact that we clearly had no idea.
No goddamn idea.
At all. And so I think that there were a lot of jokes that we didn't even know that we made because they would laugh at it was just like, oh, we said something that's very wrong or maybe kind of close to right, but they liked it. So, hey, that's.
Oh, yeah. That's been my whole life, by the way, in terms of improv shows done at conventions or anywhere where teenagers congregate, is these little assholes always want you to do Fruits Basket or some fucking anime thing. And yeah. Ranma one half and shit, act that out. I'm just like, oh, you goddamn kids.
Or they just want to dance in Homestuck costumes.
Yeah, Homestuck shit. I'm so glad we've never been asked to do anything Homestuck related. I'd be like, to benefit myself in the universe, I commit suicide. Like, that's my feelings about Homestuck. I instinctively hate it because young people like it. And it makes no sense to me.
And we're old and crotchety.
I've never seen it, but I hate it.
But I hate it. Can that be the title of our show? I've never seen it, but I hate it. Well, I mean, teenagers have tried to explain it to me, and I'm like, oh, this is how I sounded when I was this age, trying to talk about anime to older people. And why didn't they kill me?
Thanks, I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it. Yeah. Fucking these goddamn kids and their goddamn anime, skateboarding on the sidewalk and listen to their hippity hop.
Oh, hippity hop.
Except they don't know what good hippity hop is.
You should school them, Rissy.
I should. Back in my day, we had Tupac and Biggie. Oh, Lord. Yeah, the Fooly Cooly. I haven't looked it up or anything like that. I don't want it polluting my brain space.
I'm fine not knowing.
I am kind of curious, just for curiosity's sake.
Justin says Fooly Cooly is spelled FLCL.
I'm quite certain that that's accurate.
Okay. So it's one of those anime that you can't even, like, you look at it and you don't know what it is. Just like, this shit. Like, Florida,
Colorado? I don't understand.
I think Colorado is CO.
I know. Rissy, never let the truth stand in the way of a good joke. Or even a bad joke.
Nope. If she has a chance to, well, actually, she's gonna take it.
I'm gonna do it. Full cold. It looks like something written in Welsh, which makes me hate it even more.
There you go.
Full cold.
So then later that night.
Well, I do want to say that we played game show hosts that day as well, and we won.
That's true. You guys won, yeah.
Yes. Amanda and I both were the game show hosts at some point, and we both fucking figured it out.
Yeah, you did a really good job, because one of the very first ones was it you, Blythe, were being the game show host, and the prize was an upside down toilet.
I hated it.
Yeah. I got to act that one out.
I just, I got to the toilet part, sort of.
Right.
Although I thought maybe it was a bidet. I didn't really understand why Amanda was, kind of standing on her head.
Yeah. What I love is,
squatting, but then also trying to do that upside down while not, flashing the audience.
You should have just done some good space work and sat on the toilet and then turned it upside down.
Maybe next time someone suggests that. That's what I'll do.
Obviously.
Should start making notes for the next time someone gives us these exact suggestions. We will know
I'm going to do some space work on your ass.
Okay.
No, which it was funny because Blythe afterwards, you were like, why wouldn't you just turn it right side up? And the guy was like, because then it wouldn't be an upside down toilet. And I'm like, hilarious.
I wanted to punch him in the face so badly, but he wasn't wrong, I guess.
Yeah. Exactly. It was great. It was absolutely great.
And he was so earnest about it too. He's just like, but then it wouldn't be upside down.
I know. It was actually pretty adorable.
It was.
Yeah.
Guys, I just want to point out there were a lot of famous people at GenCon this year.
There were?
And I saw 0 of them, and I was very sad about it.
I didn't even know there were famous people this year.
Well, famous people and semi-famous people. You're thinking of, guests. They weren't.
Oh, okay.
These are famous people who've started their own nerd companies and were there promoting them. We discussed Matthew Lillard, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Has a nerd company now, which is very cool, and that is one of my childhood crushes. Don't ask. I can't explain it, but
you don't have to.
I was super into the Green Power Rangers, so no judgment.
Okay, thank you. But the other super famous person that was there that I wish I had gotten to see but did not get to see was Joe Manganiello.
Oh yeah, did I tell you I saw him at DragonCon the first year Amanda and I were at. He literally just walked by the bus we were on.
I had no idea.
And he is
Oh yeah, I'd
beefy.
completely forgotten about that.
He is a large, beautiful man.
Yeah, he is a big old beefy dude, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's that werewolf dude.
Werewolf dude.
If you want to see famous people, DragonCon is the place to fucking go because they're just out there just wandering around.
It's almost like there's a convention happening and they're like contracted to be there.
It's true, but I would say much more so than GenCon. Like if you actually want to see like famous people, DragonCon is a better option.
Well, sure. Yeah, but GenCon often doesn't have like famous guests because that's not what they
true.
do. So
yeah.
But Joe Manganiello started his own like D&D line of
I saw he was on Stephen Colbert the other day.
Yeah,
promoting
that clip is circulating currently. So additionally, if you're a podcast nerd like me, Travis McElroy was also there, and I did not see him.
Oh.
If you are a real D&D, like actual play live stream nerd, Satine Phoenix was there. She was there last year, but we didn't get a chance to meet up with her. And then she blew up between now and then, so we wouldn't have been able to get anywhere near her to meet her this year.
Yeah.
So, goddamn our schedule. Anyway, just crazy amounts of famous people. Oh, also the guy that plays the vampire, Sam Witwer, I think is his name.
Which vampire?
He plays the vampire. Sorry, I didn't finish that statement.
The only vampire.
Yeah, there's only one vampire. Anyway, Sam Witwer, he played the vampire on Being Human in the UK, not the American version. No,
I heard that was good.
Other way around. Sorry, Aidan Turner was the UK version. Sam Witwer was American. I love Aidan Turner too. So,
man, there's so much TV in the world, and I have seen next to none of it.
Those were on Netflix, and I was just looking for some shit. So, yeah. Anyway, just all kinds of famous people, and I didn't see any of them. Gen Con is too goddamn big. It's very upsetting.
And we have too goddamn much to do.
I was gonna say this year we had
leave our small hole on the corner of the dealer hall.
Yeah, this year between like rehearsing for shit, we had no time. Like we normally each of us gets to at least walk the dealer hall like once. We didn't
last year either. So
okay, I couldn't remember if that had happened. But yeah, like this year, like we had no time for that shit.
No, it was fucking crazy town.
Cuckoo Banana Pants crazy town.
It was we land batshit crazy.
I love that you're doing that now. My wee land bat was so happy to see me when I got home. It was just nonstop, like at night, she like curled up next to me and did not leave.
To be clear, Rissy's talking about her cat, y'all.
Yeah, yep. I saw the term land bat used on Twitter to refer to a black cat, and I'm like, that is perfect. So I've just been calling her the wee land bat.
Yeah, so and our place in the dealer's hall just gets worse and worse every year. I swear to God.
Year. Yeah, they're just like, how much further away can we move them? Can we like put them in a literal gulag?
I mean, if they move us any further back, they have to open the doors
and outside. Yeah. Yeah, there used to be a little kind of sectioned off area for who knows what back where we were, but they took that out and shoved us back there. So
yeah,
we're where storage used to be, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got rid of the whole like kitty area too. So
yeah.
Yeah, I thought maybe they moved it, but was it just gone?
I don't know. I didn't make it out of that section, so it could have been moved, but
I know you didn't walk around. I don't know why I'm asking you like you did.
I went in search of the kids area and found only ruin.
Rissy, you know you're court mandated to not go in search of the kids area.
It's very true. I should never be allowed around children. And yet Somehow, I always show up where there are children, and fisting comes up every time.
Yep. Moving on.
Yeah, I'm okay.
In an improv comedy sense, you gross weirdos.
Nope.
I don't fist children. There's barely enough to get around you. Oh. I'm making it worse, aren't I? I'm making it worse.
Rissy, people have gotten fired for those jokes.
That's true.
Good thing she doesn't have a job.
I was going to say, I'm not James Gunn. I'm never going to be that important.
Well, maybe if you start working for Trauma.
Working for Trauma? Is that a company?
Trauma?
Oh, Trauma. Okay, yeah. I was like, working for Trauma. That's not a form of compensation I would like. Will work for Trauma.
Oh, Jesus. Will work if you hit me in the face with a 2x4.
No.
I won't be doing much if you hit me in the face with a 2x4. So that's not a good way to get work out of me.
Right, yeah. I don't work for Trauma or Trauma. Never been that into weird indie videos. And
yeah, weren't you a fan of Cannibal the Musical, though?
I did enjoy Cannibal the Musical. Let's be real.
So there's that.
Yes, I have liked a Trauma production in my life. Mostly just because I love anything that has to do with the Donner Party. I find that entire situation fucking hilarious. Mostly because of what was said at Alfred Packer's trial. The judge was like, there was only 6 Democrats in this entire county, and you ate all of them. That's a real thing that fucking happened.
So there you have it, folks.
Yep. That and the fact that the University of Colorado students voted their cafeteria to be named the Alfred Packer Memorial Cafeteria. Also a real thing that happened.
That is true.
Yep.
Did they allow it to, like...
Oh, yeah.
Let it, okay.
I learned that fact when it would have been 1995. Yes, it was the same year as the White Trash Expo. That's right. White Trash Expo, 95. Because I was visiting my dad in Colorado before we went on a road trip to California, and driving by like the university, and I was like, Alfred Packer Memorial Cafeteria, who's that? And Dad proceeded to explain. So yeah, that was how I learned about it, by seeing it in the flesh. Like, they really went through with it. Fucking amazing.
Well, that's weird.
Yep.
But, I'll take it. Okay, so the next portion is our show on Friday night, but we're pushing pretty close to an hour of chatting already.
Oh, shit.
So do you have any other things from Thursday or Friday during the day before the concert?
It's a big old blur.
I know, it is a blur. That's the biggest problem with GenCon, is it all just like, I don't
remember what happened when, and
we did a photo shoot on Friday morning.
Oh yeah, we did.
And that was really quick. We threw it together at the last minute, but it was really fun.
It was a lot of fun. And then this douchebag comes up to me.
God.
Okay, I'm glad you reminded me, or I would have completely forgotten this.
Yes. We have to set this stage. So for this photo shoot, we are dressed in jeans and a solid colored t-shirt in our colors.
That's it.
That's
normal.
Like nothing.
Not even
crazy.
Like heels. I think we were all wearing sneakers. It was super cash.
Yeah.
Totes cash. Yeah.
Totes cash.
And so I'm posing against a wall and just being myself, and then this guy literally comes up to like right next to our photographer to ask me, and who exactly are you supposed to be costumed as? Like, he's like pissy.
And no, he wasn't. He just was
a little bit.
No, he wasn't.
It was.
He wasn't. He just was awkward.
Oh, okay.
But my favorite part was that he did, in fact, start his statement with the word "and."
Yeah.
Like, she's not kidding. He literally said And who
And
are
who?
you supposed to be?
And who are
But
you?
he was very loud. It was very sudden. It was very much like, where did you come from and why are you yelling at us?
Right? Yeah. I guess that's why I thought he seemed pissy, because of the, I guess, just kind of loudness and tone of his voice.
Yeah, he was large and loud. And Rissy responded in the most Rissy way possible. She just said,
Me! In that voice.
So I guess if you're confused about what actually just happened in this story, this guy saw women having their picture taken at a convention and automatically assumed that we must be cosplayers doing photo shoots.
But didn't know who we were supposed to be cosplaying because we were in t-shirts and jeans.
Exactly. So he stopped and interrupted our photo shoot in order to ask who we were cosplaying as. And Rissy just squeed the word me at him. And she like put her hands like up to like her clavicles / boobs and went, me! So strange. And he just kind of looked at her and he was like, oh.
Okay.
And then wandered off.
Yep.
It was so weird. It was so weird.
I was like, I don't know what else to say to this dude.
But other than that, I really enjoyed it because we wanted to get a range of emotions from everyone. So we were just taking singular pictures, just Rissy or Amanda or myself by ourselves. And I had the pleasure of describing scenarios to people.
It was incredible. I was like, where is she getting all of this?
Honestly, I don't know. I was pulling it all out of my ass and just telling them they're like walking through a dungeon when all of a sudden they hear a noise and it's, so you get the surprise, and then it's a flying vagina, and then you get the horrified and and then I think it eventually Rissy like basically fucked you real quick, just like clamped down on you and then flew off, and then you were covered in goo, so I got like, ugh.
I attacked the flying vagina with my sword.
Oh right.
You were like, you're angry, you're gonna fight it, and I was just like, yeah.
So I wanted lots of action shots. I wanted lots of feelings. So I just got to describe these scenarios and settings that I hoped would elicit the responses I was looking for, and it was very fun.
Oh, and then after that, we went to get in. Did we change into costumes after that? Yeah, we got back into our Star Wars costumes because they've been so popular from the day before.
Yes, because we wanted to wear them on the floor and not
they
just.
They were fun. They were really awesome.
Yeah, that was really fun.
I had a lot of fun explaining. People are like, "Are you Dot Matrix from Spaceballs?" And I'm like, "Close. I'm a sexed up version of C-3PO. I'm C-3PEN-15."
How many people got the joke?
I would say most of them. A couple of people, you could see it kind of like turning over in their head, like C-3PEN-15. Oh, yeah, I get it.
It's just, I don't know if I would think to like look at it, quote unquote, in my mind. Do you know what I mean? Like,
right.
So I just wondered how many people actually like visualized the letters themselves and then saw the word penis.
Right.
But I'm more literal than a lot of people. So you can't always assume that what jumps I don't make. Well, oftentimes normal people would.
There's also the fact that like the Pen 15 Club, that was like a common kind of joke in like junior high and high school. So even if they aren't the sort of people that would make that particular intuitive leap immediately, they may have been exposed to it beforehand, which is kind of why I was like I put the joke in the show in the first place. But what I hope is that anyone who didn't is like getting it tonight after they fall asleep. They're going to sit upright in bed and be like, C-3PEN-15, I get it!
I like the thought of them just going, it's penis!
Yeah.
And there's somebody there beside them like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
It's penis! I just figured it out. It's penis.
It's penis.
And then they go back to sleep.
Fall back to sleep, yeah.
And then it's a really awkward conversation the next morning.
Oh my gosh. If that's happened even once, it's worth it.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, John Latch says he didn't get it until we explained it. So I'm glad that I'm not the only one.
Josh says C3Pen15 will be somebody's rosebud on their deathbed. I hope so. That would be amazing.
C3Pen15.
No.
Well, we've been talking about GenCon for like an hour at this point.
We have.
And we haven't even gotten to our second show yet.
Oh, shit!
And we certainly haven't gotten to our biggest show. But we also haven't gotten to the story.
Our partay.
Well, we also haven't gotten to the story of the picture that I posted today.
That's true.
Yeah, we haven't.
So there's a lot of more things to cover. So I'm thinking that we are, in fact, going to have to split this up into 2 podcasts.
What?
I know, crazy.
We can't make people wait a whole week.
Oh, don't worry. Well, if you're listening to the audio version, you gotta wait a week. But if you're watching this live, stick with us. And we're going to go ahead and do episode 95 next.
Tonight.
Tonight. Okay, sorry.
So we're gonna end this feed and we'll start another one.
Yeah, and we'll drop the link in the chat. So yeah, just stick around, my dudes. We got you. We'll keep going. But Amanda.
What?
That's your cue, my dude.
Okay, I guess that's going to be it for this episode of the Dork Pridecast.
Yay!
Of course, as always, we want to give a big, big thank you to Sarah Donner for allowing us to use music off of her album Black Hole Heart.
You can find the Damsels in all the usual places, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
RedTube,
YouTube, RedTube, BlackTube, BrownTube. But if you do have a few minutes and you can subscribe to our podcast, that would be amazing. Also, if you can rate us on whatever platform you choose, that helps us to get in front of new people. And don't you want more people to listen to us telling weird fart jokes? You do. And it costs you $0.
But, you know, if you do want to contribute in the form of them dollars, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Damsels of Dorkington, where you can get access to rewards that are only available there, such as a ton of bonus content and being on the list of super awesome patrons that we thank at the end of the podcast, like these people. What are we doing tonight?
So this is an even episode.
Right.
Amanda, what did you just want to run through things real quick?
Yes. And then we're going to, because on the next episode, which we will be starting in a few moments, we're going to do
some big old thank yous.
Bigger thank yous.
Indeed.
To everybody's.
Everybody.
To all the buddies. Yeah, so
I could game show through the even names.
I think we're just gonna
let her game show through the special ones.
So tonight, for your prizes on Wheel of Fish, we're sending you home with not 1, not 2, but 3 John Hates. Yes, that's right, and there's more. You can have your very own Mason Sleater to go with your brand new Mary Henderson. And what's behind door number 2? That's right, it's Joshua Griffiths. Ooh, look at the shine on that. Sean Palmer. And don't forget, a Richard Hirsch that's going to look so incredible next to your Andrew Murray. And then you can have your very own Alec Teller. It's a matching set that goes with both Gordon Nelson and, last but not least, John Kozlowski. That's your prizes. Fucking enjoy them.
Okay, well, we would also like to thank Kevin Larson, Daniel Neruda, Melody Glatzel-Smith, William Priest, Jason Sanchez, Joseph Harris, Darren Wilson, Wayne Walls, Maggie Mayville, brand new patron from GenCon, Alex Hollis, Tommy Bort, and John Dykes.
So thanks for joining us, everyone. This has been episode 94 of the Dork Pridecast. If you want to stick around, we will be starting number 95 shortly. If you're listening to the audio, then you'll get the next one at your normal time. So, yay!
Deuces!
Jetpack bitches!